Hi everybody, it's Mark again, and I wore myself out trying to power wash my house. So with that said, I'm still working on the Fox and Grapes cuckoo clock. I got the movement almost put back together, but I don't want to work on that right now because I'm wore out from working. So anyway, I want to work on this gift that my friend gave me, and I figured out how the light works. I thought I had to get a different light bulb, but I want to mention this bowl again. Microwavable meals. I just got through eating brunch a few hours ago, and they make really good parts trays, and your wife won't get mad at you. And so anyway, I figured out that the light bulb was good, and when you separate the only time the light comes on is when the music is activated. It has to make contact. Let me activate the music. And of course, you have to wind the music box up. It's separate from the movement. And the light wasn't working, and that's because there was some debris in this track right here, grounding out the light. I guess there was some a piece of wire, and after I took that off, I was good to go. What I was wanting to do is clean up this music box some, and so I have to take the positive wire off, which it's wrapped around this nut post. Which was this post right here, and now the negative wire stays attached to this board right here, and I'm not going to touch that board. I'm going to take the music box out because I want to clean it. Parts box. These things are hard to find. Like I said, there's one on Etsy right now that's selling for like $150, $160 after shipping, but they are hard to find. There's the ground wire. Like I said, it is attached to this board, and I just want to clean up the music box. And there's like a fishing line that attaches to activate the music. You pull this to activate the music. And it's working, but I just want to clean it up. And so there's some rust and stuff on it. So I got my ultrasonic cleaner on, and I'm going to stick this thing in the ultrasonic cleaner, but I highly recommend that you don't put the comb in the ultrasonic cleaner. And so I'm going to attempt to take this comb off. And a lot of people wouldn't take this comb off because they can be a pain to put back on. But I got another video out there that says the distance between this comb and this gear is about the width of a business card. And I suggest that you cut a business card the width of this comb, put the comb on, put the business card in between the comb and the drum, push the comb up, lightly tighten the comb screws, take the business card out, try it out. You'll figure out whether you gotta push harder on the comb or push less on the comb with the business card in between. And the reason why I don't want to put this in the ultrasonic cleaner, because it has little dampers on it that can get destroyed in the ultrasonic cleaner. And so I'm not gonna take this thing apart. I'm just gonna put it in the ultrasonic cleaner the way it is, and then afterwards with my German wire brush, I'm gonna clean this up. There's a spring right here that activates these music, that when you wind it up, there's a spring inside here. So I'm gonna take a chance on it, and I could take this off. I'm going to try that. I've never done this. I don't work on these type of music boxes. I work on cuckoo clock type music boxes. And what might happen is this thing explodes in my hand because of that spring. I'm going to put those screws back in. I thought I could take it off easier than what's going on, but I can't. There we go. I might have just destroyed it. I hope I didn't bend anything. It's a first for me, just like with that R71 movement. It's a first. There we go. I don't want... Now I can put in my ultrasonic cleaner. And I hope I didn't destroy this part. Still works. So I'm going to put this in an ultrasonic cleaner. So stand by. I got the heat set to 35. I don't know why I jumped up to 39, and I got running for 15 minutes. My homemade cleaning solution consists of simple green, 50% of this, 50% of water, about a quarter of a cup of Dawn Platinum dish detergent, about a quarter of a cup of acetone, and then about a quarter to a half a cup of Murphy's soap. I used to not use the Murphy soap. Somebody told me Murphy soap acts like oleic acid and it will clean the movements, make them shinier. So that's what I'm trying. The movement itself, I'm not going to take out. And the reason why I'm not going to take it out, and I'll show you here in a second. I want to take this nut off if I can, to take this hand off. And everything's turning, so I'm going to stick a screwdriver in the movement to stop it from turning, to take this nut off. Once the wheels catch up with each other, I should be able to take this nut off. And voila. I hope that wire don't come off. The reason why I'm not going to take the movement apart is because if you look inside there, the movement don't come apart. There's no screws to take the movement out. What you have to do is you have to take this apart. And I'm not going to do that. The clock is glued on really good, and so I'm not going to clean up this movement. I know I tell you to clean up the movement all the time, but these things are simple movements, and I'm going to clean it up the best I can. This side with brushes and stuff like that, but I'm not going to take this movement apart because I would have to take this case apart and see how glued that is. I'm sure that this case is glued on really well. Nah, I don't like doing that. I'm going to see if I could take the case apart. Without breaking anything. I don't want to. The wood is thin. I'll end up breaking something, so I ain't taking that case apart. And like I tell you all the time, it's your clocks. You do what you want. And so what I'm going to do is clean up this standby. Getting back to this movement, what I'm going to do is clean out this track. I'm going to wait until I get the music box cleaned up before I clean up the case of the movement. But I want to clean up this track because, like I said, there were some metal shavings in here preventing the light from coming on. So I'm going to get out my vacuum cleaner, my toothbrushes, clean that up, clean up this top part here. As you can see, it's a little bit different coloring, and then wait for the music box to get clean, and then I'll get back to you, so stand by. I used Old English oil to shine this up some, and as you can see, it looks better. And when I touch the positive wire to the negative wire, light bulb comes on. But like I said, this positive wire is attached to the post on the music box, and as the music box plays, the light comes on. That's the only time the light comes on, and it takes 2C batteries. Getting back to not taking the movement apart, the clock apart to get the movement out. And by the way, the movement is made by Faller Sohne. I hope you can see that. It says no jewels, work bellow 4.5 millimeters, Faller Sohne, Germany. Like I said, these are simple movements. They work really well. There's hardly anything that ever goes wrong with them. And so, because this clock is rare, when I say rare, you hardly find them for sale. Why destroy a clock to service a movement that will work? That's my thought process behind it. And so as long as the click works, I'm not going to destroy the clock. And as you can see, the click is working. It is ticking away. So why destroy a clock? I tell you to take the movements apart all the time. And I typically do. But when it comes to these novelty clocks, you have to make a decision on what to do. Do you want to destroy the clock to service the movement? I will not take this clock apart unless I absolutely have to. I hope y'all understand that. The movement should be done, so the music box should be done, so stand by. I got the music box out of my ultrasonic cleaner, and now I'm taking a toothpick to the pinion gears. Those are the little gears. Hopefully you can see what I'm talking about. Let me these little gears right here is the pinion gear, and I want to make sure there's no dirt and gum and junk in them. So can you see the toothpick, how dirty it is? Like I said, the ultrasonic cleaner, it will not get the hard to reach spots. So that's why you want to take a toothpick to all the pivot holes and to all the holes like on the rack and snail. Afterwards to make sure all the gunk is free and clear. And that gear here that's on this little gear that turns the governor fan, it has slots in it also, which is pinion gear also. So I'm gonna clean those up off camera. Here's the part of the spring arbor that attaches to the spring itself. I'm just going to clean this up and clean the spring up some and then put it back together. I'm not gonna clean it like I normally would with a clock spring. And by the way, you cannot get a barrel spring to a tool to take the spring out. So sometimes you have to take them out the way that I'm doing. It's a little bit dirty inside there, so that's why I want to clean it up. Now I could take these parts and put them in my ultrasonic cleaner, but I would not recommend putting the spring in the ultrasonic cleaner inside the barrel. You could do it now, and it's because you're going to be able to I don't know if you can see how dirty it is. But leaving this in the barrel and putting it in your ultrasonic cleaner, the material from the ultrasonic cleaner will cause the spring to break over time. So I'm going to go ahead and put this stuff in my ultrasonic cleaner, but then I'll be able to clean it up afterwards. The parts are in the ultrasonic cleaner. No matter how hard I try to do one video, it just doesn't happen. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to cut this short because my neighbor called and asked me to pick up their son from school because she can't get to him in time. But I oiled the governor housing, and I wouldn't recommend taking this stuff apart. It's brass, and if you bend, brass breaks easily, and so that's why I don't take the gears out unless I absolutely have to, because brass breaks easily. You can do what you want. I don't take it apart unless I absolutely have to. But I did clean it up, and I did. You could take a toothpick, flatten the end of it, dip it into your oil, and then add a drop of oil to the pivot holes. You can take a flat piece of wire, lay it on a steel bar like this. Sorry, you can take a piece of wire, lay it on a steel bar like this, and then take your ball peen hammer, hit the end of the wire to make it flat. That's what I use typically to oil up my clocks. I use that, or I use a toothpick. And if you get oil on your plate, the only oil that you need is just enough to go into a pivot hole. Here is a pivot hole. You just need enough to go into that pivot. If it gets on the plate, take your finger, take a cloth, wipe it off. The oil will still be in that pivot hole when you wipe it off. It only takes just a minute part. So I oiled up all the pivots, and I was wanting to show you this right here. When the music plays, the light bulb comes on. When this wire hits the band housing, it kills the light bulb. So as the music plays, light's on. When the music stops, light goes off. So we'll come back to part 2. Like I said, I have to go pick up my neighbor's son. And I hope y'all are enjoying this video. Please leave me some comments. And God bless each and every one of you.